So the point of this is to build your self-trust, your confidence in yourself. It's to give you the evidence that you are capable of doing hard things. You are capable of stepping outside your comfort zone. And that every time you do, life gets better. You become more expanded, more excited, more confident, more deep in belief that you can actually create anything that you want in your life. Reminder, you did not come here to play someone else's game, to box yourself in, or to let fear guide your choices. You came here to experience joy and abundance and to love the shit out of your life. The Truejectory podcast is here to remind you of a few important truths. 1, you are the creator of your reality. 2, anything that you can dream or imagine, you can create. 3, following passion is the quickest way to align you with your true path. 4, your reality is always a reflection of your current thoughts and beliefs, and those thoughts and beliefs can be changed at any time. You are amazing, and it's time to own who you really are. Tune in weekly to be reminded that you can create the life that you're dreaming of and to learn exactly how to do it. Get inspired by those who have been bold enough to follow their passions and have created their dream life because of it. If you're ready to stop playing small, stop holding yourself back, and start aligning with your trajectory, let's do it. Thank you for joining me today. I am excited about this one. It is, I say that every single time because I'm always excited, but this is a little bit more clinical. Like, we've been talking about manifestation, about the law of attraction, about how to call in the things that you want into your reality for quite a while now. And it's very clear that those are the episodes that you guys are really resonating with. So I want to give you as much info as I can on these topics, but let's get a little bit more structured, because there's still a lot of fluff around manifestation, around just become it and be the energy, be the thing you want to see. I want to break it down step by step and give you we're reverse engineering this, right? So we're starting with what we want and we're working backwards and working out exactly how to get there. And this is obviously the more physical side of it, the 3D side that's working with us. But there's also obviously always an metaphysical part that is working with us, the universal energies that are working with us. So we're going to just let them do their thing in the background, and you will see that they add in their extra secret sauce along the way. But for now, let's just focus on the 3D, on the physical, on the things that we can control, and watch magic unfold from there. So first things first, start by getting clear on what it is you want. It can be very tricky if you're trying to call in 5 new different things, like a new house, plus a new partner, plus a new career, plus this. Of course, you can have all of those things, but maybe not at the same time. I mean, obviously everyone's different and some things happen for people in different ways. But when it comes to manifesting, if you're trying to become a vibrational match for something in particular, it's hard to be a vibrational match for like 6 things at the same time. You get very confused and you can get overwhelmed and you don't really know where to focus your attention and energy. And that's what causes manifestation to happen, when you have a laser focus on one particular thing. So, and once you do that one thing first, right, you see the results and then you go, holy shit, I did it. Now I'm going to do the next thing. Now I'm going to do the next thing. And so if you have multiple things that you want, write a list of them and write what is the one that you want the most right now. What's the most important one that's calling to you, that is like, oh, I just want that thing so bad. Everything would be so much better if I had that thing. Let's get you clear on what you want. Okay. So that's step 1. Sitting with the questions of, what would I do if fear didn't what would I do if fear didn't exist, is a really helpful way to figure out what you want, because you might find that you actually want something that you thought was too out of reach, or that was too adventurous, or was too big, because fear has been a part of your system, your program, for so long you don't even realize it. You have so many limiting beliefs. We all do. Don't beat yourself up. This is part of our work here as humans. We have to deconstruct these beliefs. We have to unlearn a lot of things so that we can make room for truth. So sitting with that question, what would I want? What would my life look like if fear didn't exist? That's going to help you create the list of what you want. Okay. And then focus on number 1 first. Figure out which one is the most important for you. Then work out what kind of person you need to be to live that life or to have that thing. So for example, random example, you want to climb Mount Everest. obviously you're going to need to be able to do some physical work. You're going to need to be able to climb. You're going to need to be able to be quite fit. So if you want a new house in a rich suburb, you might need to start focusing on creating channels for wealth to come in. If you want a soulmate relationship with someone adventurous, you might need to start getting out a little bit more. You might need to start being open to new experiences and making space in your life for someone new. So they're just a couple of examples. So think about the person. What kind of person do you need to be? How does that person talk? How does that person act? How does that person maneuver situations? How does that person interact with other people? And start heading down that direction. Start practicing little elements of that personality. Okay, it might even be the way that this person holds themselves. If it's someone you want to be, a CEO of a big company, you're not going to be walking around hunchbacked, really shy and scared to talk to anyone. You're going to be standing tall. You're going to be working. You're going to be walking with confidence. So there might be ways that you can go and, pull your confidence to the forefront. You might jump into a class that makes you really out of your comfort zone and find that you nailed it. And you might start to build your confidence that way. There's 1,000,001 different ways, but working out what kind of person you need to be is key here, because that's what you're heading towards. Then, so this is step 3. Step 1, figure out what you want. Step 2, figure out what kind of person you need to be to have that. Step 3, then work out what it is that you need to do to become that person. Like I said, you might go and take a class. There's so many different things, right? You might just make some more time for people in your world. You might step out of your apartment or your house a little bit more. You might go into nature and have some bushwalks if you want to do something more adventurous. Horrible examples. I'm sure you can come up with many more creative ones. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying this episode so far and getting a lot of value out of it. I'd love to ask you to take just a couple of seconds to rate and subscribe to this channel. Once you do that, take a screenshot, let me see that subscribe button hit and the rating, DM that to me on Instagram at Truejectory, one word, and I have a gift for you. I'm going to send you a link that's going to lead you to some digital artwork. These are pieces that are all original photography. I've gone out in nature and taken some beautiful shots. I've got some quotes over the top. I've got some affirmations. And these are pieces that you can blow up to any size that you wish and hang them around your home or your office. And they're going to keep you in a positive mental headspace at all times. Whenever you look at them, they're really calming, beautiful pieces. So thank you so much in advance for rating and subscribing. I really appreciate your support. It's going to help us get these messages out to a larger audience. And I want this space to be somewhere that you can come every single week to be supported, to be motivated, to be inspired, to be reminded that you can create the life that you choose. And all of the beautiful guests that I have on every week are examples of just that. So thank you in advance. I've got so much love for you. Stay true, and I'll see you soon. Next step is work out what you can start doing today to start learning those things. Okay, so if it is that you really need to build your confidence, or let's go back to Mount Everest, all right? So just say it is that you really want to be able to climb, and you've worked out that you need to become someone who goes to the gym every day, or 4 days a week, 5 days a week, whatever, then what can you start doing today to get into that? Could you call the gym? Could you join a gym? Could you go for a walk? Anything like that, right? So figure out what it is that you can actually start doing today. Then build a list of non-negotiables, 2 to 3 things, and start from there and build it up as you go. So the point of this is to build your self-trust, your confidence in yourself. It's to give you the evidence that you are capable of doing hard things. You are capable of stepping outside your comfort zone, and that every time you do, life gets better. You become more expanded, more excited, more confident, more deep in belief that you can actually create anything that you want in your life. So these non-negotiables are really key. Start with things that are definitely achievable to start. Don't start with, a massive, completely different life starting next week. Every single day is going to be completely different. It's like, no, just implement little habits, little routines. It could be as simple as, if you haven't worked out at all and you know that you need to start getting into the gym, could be as simple as doing 20 push-ups a day. And that's a non-negotiable. So you need to do that every single day. Or if you really want, you could give yourself Sundays off, okay? Do what works for you. Set yourself up for success. Don't set yourself up for failure. Make sure you're doing things that are achievable, because the more you achieve these little things, the more you're going to want to add on to them, and the more you're going to want to see more progress, because progress is so uplifting. It brings you so much joy and happiness when you see yourself progressing. That's actually such a big key to happiness, right? Joy, different story. Joy is a deep inner peace and inner knowing and inner connection with your source, with who you truly are. But if you want to feel happiness and a buzz of energy and, oh my gosh, like, look at what's happening, progress, that's the key here. And you would know this, right? You'd know it's a very big difference between how you feel at the end of a day when you've gone out and you've done some things that have impressed yourself and you've made some changes and you've achieved some things, you've ticked some boxes, versus a day where you've sat on the couch all day and you've just watched TV and really haven't achieved anything. There's a very big difference in how you feel at the end of that day. So those non-negotiables are going to be the catalyst. They're going to be the secret sauce that are getting you into the things that you need to learn, that are then going to help you to become that person that you need to be to have the things that you want. Okay, so let's go down the list again. First things first, get clear on what you want. If you have multiple things, that's fine, but just make one thing a priority. Then you're going to sit with that and understand who it is that you need to become to own, to have, to achieve the thing that you want, right? Then you're going to work out what it is that you need to learn, do, or become to be that person, right? Then you're going to work out what you can do today to start learning those things, to start being that person. Then you're going to write down 2 to 3 non-negotiables every day that are going to start building your confidence, your trust. They're going to start showing you progress. They're going to start getting you excited. And all of these things are leading you towards that goal that you have on your list. Keeping a journal here is really powerful. I was never a journaling person, like ever. I tried many times through my life. I had one that would last for 4 weeks, one that would last for 6 weeks, and then there'd be 8 months in between and 2 years in between and all these things. But ever since I started keeping a journal, things have become a lot more clear. And I also, there's a few different layers. One is that I know that at the end of each day, I'm going to be writing down what I've done today and how I've felt about it and the things that I've learned. So I don't want to be writing, did nothing today, feel like shit again, here we go again. I don't want to be writing that. I want to be writing, yes, I did this as well, and I also kicked this goal, and I also proved to myself that I could do this thing. So there's that element of it. There's also the fact that you can then look back through your progress and you can see how far you've come in such a short time. And you can see that you were a completely different person 3 months ago. And it's really powerful when you see that and you have the evidence of it and it's in your own handwriting, right? If you really don't like writing, then maybe record it. You can maybe do voice notes or something. But anyway, totally up to you. But journaling and documenting this journey from zero, ground zero, feeling like you don't have anything you want, to getting all of the things that you want, it's fascinating to document it, because the more you witness your own innate abilities to call in and attract the things that you want in your life, the more limitless you become, the more unstoppable you become, fearless, unapologetic. And all of these things lead you back to just being the true version of you, without any fear, without any masks, without the need to people please. You're not worrying about the judgment of others. You're just amazed at life because you're seeing that you are the creator of your reality. So if you really are the creator, then you only want the things that you want in your life, right? Like, you don't need to put up with fearing judgment. You don't need to put up with feeling like you have to people please, or feeling like you have to do things a certain way, or stick within a certain mold, or act a certain tone, or whatever. When you realize that you are creating your reality, you paint it the way you want. You create the most epic version of your life that you love waking up and moving into every single day. And that's what you're here to do. You really, really are. It's just been such a long time of programming, of fear, of looking around for other examples of the things that you want to see, rather than going, you know what? The thing that I want doesn't actually exist yet. No one else is doing this thing yet. I'm going to be the first to do it. And that's fine. You don't need anyone's permission, anyone's approval, all you need is your own. And you can do that so easily, just trusting yourself. And these reverse engineering steps will help you to get there. So this is a very basic, very clinical, sort of task-oriented way of stepping into the first thing that you want to manifest. And like I said, this is just the physical 3D side of it. Once you start getting into these things and your main energy and your focus is on that one thing that you want while you're taking these actions, while you're making these changes, you will notice synchronicities start to happen. You will notice signs and symbols. You'll notice new opportunities and connections start coming towards you effortlessly that are all completely in alignment with that thing that you're working towards. And that's what I'm talking about when I say the metaphysical side of it will start to kick in. But it's almost like you've got to turn the generator on. You've got to turn the engine on and show the universe that you are working towards this thing, so it knows where to send things. It knows what to send you because you're putting out a new signal, a very unique electromagnetic signature that is going to call in things that are of that like nature. So I hope you gained something from this episode. This is the more clinical way to manifest, right? Reverse engineering your manifestations. Feel free to hit me up on Instagram anytime at Truejectory or at Sarah Louise Maxwell. Let me know how you went with this. I always love hearing from you guys. Or you can always comment on the comment section in YouTube if you're watching this. And anyway, I'm excited for you because you're going to start seeing and witnessing your own amazing, unlimited power. So have fun, have so much fun, lighten the hell up, have a bit of a laugh. Remember that play is so important here. Less serious, the better. And stay true. And I'll see you soon. Mwah.